Forget the peace, love, and light stereotypes you've heard about the scales. If you think the Libra woman is just a social butterfly who can't decide what she wants for dinner, you're missing the most calculated mind in the zodiac. Ruled by Venus, she isn't just seeking beauty, she's architecting it. She is the Cardinal Air sign, the initiator of intellect, meaning she doesn't just follow the vibe, she creates it. Beneath that polished, symmetrical exterior is a strategist who treats social dynamics like a grand chessboard. Today we're stripping back the layers of her cosmic mask to reveal the true power player. And if you enjoy the video, please like it and subscribe the channel. Let's go. The Iron Fist in a Velvet Glove. When we talk about the Iron Fist in a Velvet Glove, we are uncovering the most misunderstood power dynamic in the entire zodiac. In pop astrology, Libra is often relegated to the role of the people pleaser, the woman who just wants everyone to get along and can't choose a movie to watch. But if you look closer at her cardinal modality, you realize she is a natural-born initiator. The velvet glove is her presentation, the grace, the diplomacy, and the disarming smile. The iron fist is her unshakable resolve. A Libra woman understands a truth that more aggressive signs like Aries or Scorpio often overlook. Blunt force creates resistance. If you push someone, they naturally push back. But if you charm someone, they follow you. She uses her Venusian influence as a form of soft power. In a boardroom or a family conflict, she doesn't need to dominate the conversation to control the outcome. Instead, she listens, validates, and then subtly realigns the narrative until the group arrives at the conclusion she wanted all along. And usually they think it was their own idea. This trait is rooted in her ability to remain emotionally detached when a situation requires logic. While others are getting heated and losing their cool, the Libra woman is observing the structural integrity of the argument. She uses her velvet exterior to lower people's defenses. Because she appears non-threatening and harmonious, people reveal their true intentions to her. She gathers this data, processes it through her analytical air sign mind, and applies pressure exactly where it's needed to keep the scales balanced. It is a mistake to think her kindness is a sign of submissiveness. The iron fist comes out when her boundaries are crossed or when she has made a final decision. Once a Libra woman has weighed all the options and reached a verdict, she is surprisingly immovable. She won't scream or throw a tantrum. She will simply state her terms with a chilling clinical clarity that is impossible to argue with. She manages to be both the most likable person in the room and the one you would be most terrified to disappoint. She doesn't just navigate social circles, she masters them. Symmetry as a mental requirement. To the untrained eye, a Libra woman's obsession with her surroundings might look like vanity or materialism. But if you look at the code of her personality, you'll find that for her, aesthetics are actually a form of cognitive processing. While other signs might find inspiration in chaos or grit, the Libra woman's mind functions like a high-performance engine that requires the oil of visual harmony to keep from seizing up. This is the intellectual aesthetic. The belief that beauty isn't a luxury but a mental necessity. As an air sign ruled by Venus, she experiences the world through a filter of symmetry. For her, a cluttered desk or a room with harsh, mismatched lighting isn't just ugly. It's a sensory distraction that creates mental static. When she is in a space that lacks balance, her ability to think logically and make decisions, which is already a complex process for her, begins to degrade. This is why she will spend an hour adjusting the layout of a living room or choosing the exact right font for a presentation. She isn't procrastinating. She is optimizing her workspace so her brain can finally switch into high gear. Furthermore, her appreciation for beauty is deeply intellectual. She doesn't just like a painting. She understands the mathematical balance behind it. She sees the world in terms of the golden ratio. Whether it's the way she plates a meal or the way she builds a wardrobe, she is constantly seeking to mirror the order of the cosmos in her physical reality. To her, good and beautiful are often synonymous because both represent a state of being where nothing is out of place and everything is in proportion. This trait also explains her unique brand of mental curation. She treats her mind like a museum, carefully selecting the ideas, art, and conversations she allows inside. This is why she is often drawn to minimalism or highly curated environments. She wants to minimize visual noise, so she can focus on the weight of thoughts. When a Libra woman finally achieves that perfect balance in her environment, her focus becomes laser sharp. She transitions from being indecisive to becoming a powerhouse of clarity. The ultimate devil's advocate. If you've ever been in a heated debate with a Libra woman, you've likely experienced a very specific kind of frustration. Just when you think she's on your side, nodding along to your points and validating your feelings, she will suddenly pivot. She'll tilt her head, offer a disarming smile and say, "But if you look at it from their perspective." This isn't because she's being contrarian or trying to be difficult. It is the manifestation of her third and perhaps most intellectually rigorous trait, the ultimate devil's advocate. For the Libra woman, the world is rarely black and white. While other signs are quick to pick a team or dig their heels into a personal conviction, she views every situation as a set of scales that must be perfectly leveled. To her, truth is not a destination. It is a state of equilibrium. If she perceives that a conversation is leaning too heavily in one direction, she feels a visceral, almost physical urge to pull it back. Even if she personally agrees with you, she will argue the opposing side simply because an unchallenged opinion feels like an unfinished equation. This trait is rooted in her cardinal air nature. Air signs deal with the realm of ideas and cardinal signs are initiators. This makes her a thought leader who initiates balance. She doesn't just sit back and let a biased narrative take hold. She actively intervenes to ensure all variables are accounted for. This is why Libra women make world-class lawyers, mediators, and strategists. They aren't looking for who is louder or stronger. They are looking for the blind spots in the logic. However, this can be the most polarizing trait for those close to her. In a relationship, a partner might vent about a coworker, expecting total emotional solidarity. Instead, the Libra woman might point out the coworker's potential motives. This isn't a lack of loyalty, it's an act of intellectual integrity. She believes that making a decision or forming a judgment based on partial information is a cardinal sin. She is trying to protect you from the consequences of an unbalanced perspective. The Social Alchemist. If the Libra woman's life were a film, she wouldn't just be the lead actress. She'd be the director, the casting agent, and the lighting technician. This brings us to her fourth unique trait, the Social Alchemist. While others network or socialize, the Libra woman performs a sophisticated form of emotional chemistry. She doesn't just enter a room, she decodes it. Within minutes of arriving, she has mapped out the invisible web of tensions, attractions, and power dynamics between every person present. This isn't just about being nice or charming. It is a high-level social IQ that allows her to act as a universal bridge. She possesses the rare ability to speak the language of whoever she is talking to, whether she's conversing with a CEO, an artist, or a stranger at a bus stop. She instinctively knows how to mirror the energy of her interlocutor just enough to make them feel safe, understood, and, most importantly, open. This is why people often find themselves confessing their deepest secrets to a Libra woman they've only just met. She creates an atmosphere of such profound equilibrium that the other person's guard naturally drops. But the alchemist part of this trait goes deeper than one-on-one connection. She is a master of group harmony. If she senses a spark of friction between two friends, she will drop a perfectly timed compliment or a self-deprecating joke to neutralize the heat. If she sees someone being left out, she will weave them into the conversation with a question so tailored to their interests that the transition feels seamless. She treats social gatherings like a work of art, constantly adjusting the pigments of the personalities involved to ensure the final result is a masterpiece of cohesion. Crucially, this isn't a passive trait. It is a strategic application of her air sign intellect. She uses her relational intelligence to build alliances, solve conflicts before they erupt, and create a world that is socially frictionless. She understands that connection is currency, and she manages her social accounts with the precision of a banker. She is the glue of her social circle, the one who knows exactly who should meet whom and why. The warrior of justice. The greatest mistake you can make is to assume that because a Libra woman values harmony, she is unwilling to fight. This brings us to the final and perhaps most surprising trait, the warrior of justice. In the Zodiac, Libra is the only sign represented by an inanimate object, the scales. Unlike the living creatures of the other signs, scales are instruments of measurement, precision, and cold, hard law. While she prefers to keep her sword sheathed in velvet, make no mistake. When the balance of fairness is tipped, the diplomat vanishes and the judge takes the bench. This trait is fueled by her cardinal nature. In astrology, cardinal signs are the engines of the zodiac. They are the initiators who take action. When a Libra woman witnesses an act of cruelty, a systemic unfairness, or a blatant lie, her usual desire for politeness is overridden by a fierce, objective necessity to correct the record. She doesn't fight with the raw, emotional heat of a fire sign. Instead, she fights with the chilling, surgical precision of an air sign. She won't scream, but she will dismantle an opponent's argument piece by piece until there is nothing left but the truth. Her sense of justice is rarely about her own ego. She is often more likely to go to war for someone else than she is for herself. She has a visceral reaction to the underdog being bullied or the rules being manipulated for selfish gain. In these moments, she becomes the warrior of the scales. She uses her logic as a weapon, identifying the exact point of failure in an adversary's stance and applying pressure with devastating clarity. What makes her so effective in this role is her lack of bias. Because she has spent so much time playing the devil's advocate, trait number 3, she knows exactly how the other side thinks. She has already anticipated their excuses, their deflections, and their logic. By the time she speaks up, she has already won the battle in her mind. She doesn't just want to win a fight. She wants to restore the equilibrium of the universe. She is the calm in the storm, the one who stands her ground when everyone else is retreating, proving that true peace is not the absence of conflict. It is the presence of justice. From the strategic charm of her velvet glove to the cold steel of her justice, the Libra woman is a master of mental and social equilibrium. She doesn't just seek balance, she architects it. If you felt her cosmic shift, hit subscribe. We're decoding the rest of the Zodiac next.